Hello, my lovely people of the world. Well. Dear. Take two. Hello, my lovely people of the world. Welcome. My name is Brunellesp. For everyone who's out there, I hope that you are well and safe. So I'm doing a review. You've seen a title. I don't even know why I decided to purchase this. It's because I haven't done a Makeup Revolution review for a while as such, and I thought, you know what, give it a try. I looked at all this, the collection, and this is the one that sung to me. So I've got some items here. I've got, first of all, the main item, which is the Sasha, the Bratz collaboration with Makeup Revolution. I've got the eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like. Of course, each character of the Bratz is representing. So yeah, so I've got this one. And in here, this is why I decided to go for it. It comes with a mirror, by the way, on this side, a good size mirror actually. And these are the colors. And for some reason, the blue popped. And I looked at it and I thought, okay, we're in dark skin and so on. You really have to think about the eyeshadow palettes that you're getting, because no point getting one where most of the eyeshadows and the shades you can't use. So a lot of these I can actually use, except this one is a no. And yeah, this one is also, let's see, yeah, this one is a little bit too light for me. It will look a bit more ashy, but somebody probably about a couple of shades lighter will get away with it, but that's not for me. But still, there are quite a few options here. So this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. You get 18 eyeshadows. You've got a foil eyeshadow here, which is this one, the one I was going for, which is like a purpley blue. And then you've got the others. The mattes are actually, most of them are pressed pigment. So great for dark skin. The pigment will be able to show. The only one who's not, that's not a pressed pigment, but is sort of matte, is this one here in the corner. The others are all pressed pigment. So you've got, you know, combination here. You've got the shape where you've got all the actual shade here, tiny, and then you've got these ones at the bottom, which I suppose you can, I don't know, if you really tried hard, you can sort of double them and use them as a part of highlight, or, you know, they'll really pop on it in a corner and so on. So there are variations here, different ways of using it. I won't be using any of those on my cheeks because, as you guys know, I'm very fussy about highlighters. Most of the time I don't wear them. So yeah, that's that. So I'm just going to do a quick few swatches of, first of all, the pressed pigment, so you can get and have a you know, have a look. They'll all be here, and then I'll do a few of the shimmers so you get to see what the swatches are like. So a bit of a mess with regards to the, you know, swatches, but these are all the pressed pigment except for this one here, which is a different formula, which is a bit more battery, a bit more soft. But look at the pressed pigment. I mean, honestly, credit what credit's due. They really do pop. There's a color that I really wanted, that really made me buy it. So yeah, that one stands out. That's the foil eyeshadow. And then last here, these are the larger ones at the bottom. I was eyeing this one, but this one is the one called Brunellesp here. And to be honest with Brunellesp, I'm not, I mean, I was looking at it thinking, oh, that might be nice, but it's one of those where you've got to really sort of be tapping very, very gently. And otherwise it just goes a bit pear-shaped, but it's not bad. You know, these are not bad swatches, considering there is no kind of primer or anything. The base that I've applied to enhance the colors, this is as they are on the swatches. And yeah, absolutely. So I'm thinking I'm going to go for Striker Pose, which is this one here. I know it's purple. And then having applied that all over, I'm just going to keep it simple and go with the beanie, which is the foil that I was interested in. Unfortunately, as you can see from the colors here, I wish it actually had a light pink or purple. I mean, there's one here, but that's just too pale for me. I wish it had another color in between that I could have used as a transition shade, but there isn't. So I'm just going to have to go with this one shade all over and pop this one on the center of the eyes. I can't find the lighter one. I've got number 5 as well, so I'm going to use this one, P. Louise Eye Base, in shade number 8. So I'm going to go in, as stated earlier, with this, which is Strike a Pose. Strike a Pose! Strike a Pose! So I'm just going to, because it's pressed pigment, I just want to press that very gently a few times. I'm going to use the mirror. Hopefully I I have a tendency to stick the mirror right in front and then you can't see anything. So I'm just going to press that first. Ooh. Oh yeah. Very pigmented, of course. So it blends very nicely. And because it is so pigmented, I'm not going to add any more color towards the top of my crease line, because I just want it to look a bit more diffused. This is such a pretty shade. I really wish I had something that I can use to just soften the edges a little bit. It's a bit intense, and oh, I really wish there was one here. Yeah, I don't want to dip into a different you know, eyeshadow palette, but I do need something. But I'm just going to keep it as it is. I'm going to keep it as it is. As you can see, it comes out a lot deeper than I would normally expect. I'm almost doing like I'm going to do almost like a halo kind of effect. But yeah, so there's hardly any color here in the center. I'm just going to keep dabbing that on the outer corner and inner corner of the eye. There's a bit of fallout, and just to show you. If you want to intensify it, you just pack the color in. I mean, I could have used a better brush actually to keep it more precise, make it, you know, make it more precise, but I just want it a bit more diffuse, so I'm not using a more precise brush. And you can see how intense the color is. Whew. Now going with Beanie, I'm gonna actually apply that. It's got some purple and also a touch of mauvey kind of little flecks in there, as well as some blue, so there you have it. And I'm gonna use my finger and see if I can just tap it in the center. Ooh, look at that, look at the intensity of that. Wowie. I'm just gonna see if I can tap it the center of the eye. And I do want this halo look to be quite soft, because I've got protruding eyes, and generally speaking, the kind of halo look is not your best friend when you've got really large eyes. But if you keep it kind of soft, then it's not so intense, and it doesn't necessarily emphasize the, you know, how much your eyes sort of stick out and protrude, so you can get away with it. Okie doke, so this is what it looks like. Right, I'm gonna go and do the rest of my face off camera, and then we're gonna do the lipstick and well, lip crayon. And yeah, so really intense. What else can I say? Except that my son went, ooh, that palette looks a bit like a pizza slice. Which is actually true. I didn't think about that beforehand, but yeah. So anyway, I'll come back just for the lips, do the rest of my face off camera, and then give you my final thoughts about the collection and the items that I've actually bought. See you in a minute. All right, people, we are nearly done. Excuse the dodgiest week. I've got a couple of weeks coming for. I've got about 3 weeks coming very shortly. Anywho, how on my lips, I've already double lined. I have got here Morphe Wine Me, which you guys know I love Morphe lip pencils. They are creamy, they're intensely pigmented, they are just the bee's knees. So you can see at the bottom, that's the shade, slightly more dark wine, a bit cool. And then on the inside, I've got a lighter shade, but very similar. This is part of the intense lip color from MUA Academy. We're gonna go first with the crayon, or should I say crayon. This is the one. This is what it looks like. It is not Sasha, it is Yasmin actually. Yeah, so you can now see with this sort of color theme, I had to go for eyes which had a bit of purple in there. Hopefully it's going to work. If it doesn't, we got a problem. So this has got a shelf life of 12 months. You get 0.04 fluid ounces, or for the rest of us, 1.2 grams. Okay. Hello, American people. Hello, the rest of the world. So yeah, cruelty-free, vegan. If I didn't mention that earlier, I can't remember the prices. So the price will be up there so you know. And we are going to open now. Hello, Yasmin Lip Crayon. Let's see. This is what the color looks like. Now I'm just going to concentrate. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right, Yasmin. It is a very pigmented, sort of matte, and it would have actually, I would have had more color payoff and not had to go over it so many times if my lips have been sort of moisturized but dry. I had like lip gloss on it, and I think the gloss coating makes it a bit more difficult, but still really, really well pigmented. A bit drying though, because I'm really aware of it on my lips. I'm not too sure that I like the sort of dry effect it has. And we're just gonna go with Yasmin again, but in lip gloss format as well. Woo! The lip gloss, you get 8.5 ml, which should be okay, but it just feels as if this is massive. I don't know whether it's just a container or that's got massive, but yeah, it does feel massive. It's huge. Again, 12 months shelf life. For you Americans, it's 0.28 fluid ounces. There is a smell to it. This is more like a plumping effect. So obviously it will work a lot better if you're putting it directly on your lips. But I'm just going to put the gloss. Ooh. It is so pigmented. Oh wow, that does look gorgeous. It does complement the color. Just need to make sure next time I prep my lips, I can feel it tingling. I don't know that I necessarily want to plump my lips, because I think I've got more than enough there available. But it is really, really nice. The plumping effect is definitely there. The tingling is there, I should say. But it's not over the top, and it's really, really a pretty color. Yeah. I really, really like it. I like it. I didn't think I would. I thought just want to try it. Why not? I didn't realize that it was actually meant to be tingling as well. So yeah, that's that. Okay. So, what do I think about this? I'm not too sure about the other collection because I didn't obviously review them. For me personally, there are some things here. The lip crayon, yeah. Bit dodgy with that one. I'm not too sure. I like the fact that it's so pigmented, it's so opaque. It is really, really nice, and you don't need too many swipes. And I got it wrong by having lip gloss before on my lips, and I should have removed it, so that's my fault. But the fact that I was, even with lip gloss on my lips, I was still aware that I had that product on my lips. I'm not a fan of that at all. This one, the lip shade, is really opaque, again super pigmented, and I actually really like it in the fact that yes, it's glossy but it's not over the top. How I'm going to feel after about 5 minutes, whether that's still tingling or not, I have no idea. But initially I do like it. The eyeshadow palette, which is the biggest part of all. Now I like the fact that these are pressed pigment, because obviously pressed pigment can be very, very scary, because they just give a lot of color. But when you're dark skin, you actually, for me, it's preferable to have a pressed pigment so I can have enough there to play with, than the other way around and just have normal standard one, because then you struggle to get enough color to show on your skin. So yes, it's a preference for me. But is this one a necessary palette? No, I don't think so. I don't feel as if, I mean, I like that shade that I use, it's intense, but for me, I like the fact that, yeah, you've got some neutral shades here you can use and so on, but it's just not enough. I've got so many eyeshadow palettes. For me, it's a no. £15, yeah, my memory serves me right, is a price. Is this worth the £15? I don't think so, but normally, of course, to be fair to Revolution, when they do collaborations, they tend to cost more than their own stuff, and you take into account packaging and so on, and print work and whatever. Yeah, they'll charge you more, but I still would avoid this one. Also, I mean, you've got the larger pans at the bottom here, but these pans here are so small that somehow I feel cheated in comparison to what I normally see on Revolution, all of the other palettes. These ones are tiny, and I just feel like, I don't know about this one. I don't think so. I could easily, happily avoid this and never feel as if I've missed anything. Of course, if you want to support the Revolution team, of course, why not? If you liked the Bratz and it had some kind of connection, I don't have any of that. I was too old for that, and it didn't do anything for me. Then, of course, go ahead and buy it. If you just want to collect makeup, again, do you. But if you're thinking, shouldn't I bother? For me, you can pass this one. I'm sorry, it just is. There's nothing wrong with it. The pigments are there, the colors are there. It's just, there's nothing particularly unique that you would need to do, you wouldn't get from other eyeshadow palettes which are cheaper in the range. That's why I'm saying no.